Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others, and his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized forever.
The crazy Puerto Rican. CPR Jose Ortiz is in the building. Jamming freestyle in New England. And now. The world furl. FM, WTCC.
Hello and welcome. Very special edition of CPR's Clubhouse, the podcast. If you're keeping track, this is episode 310, or you can call it the live listening party, recorded from 90.7 FM, WTCC, and Clubhouse Dance Music. We have on the line right now the frontman for TKA, K7. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Doing great. Just wanted to congratulate you on the brand new album, TKA. We're doing the live listening party, and I want to thank you for choosing us to do the live listening party right here live on 90.7 FM WTCC, and of course WTCCFM.org. We are live in Western Massachusetts and Connecticut. So welcome, Mr. K7.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me on the show, and I hope everybody out there likes what they hear. The album should be on sale within the next, I want to say, 2 days. iTunes is a little iffy. Sometimes they give you a date and then they make you wait the weekend. so far the date is tomorrow. So the album will be on sale tomorrow.
Excellent. So they can listen to the podcast, sample the songs, and then get the album TKA Love Goes On sale on your digital distribution site on the 22nd of April.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you, Love Goes On is the title track of your album. Why did you choose Love Goes On as the title of the album?
Throughout my entire career, it's always, all our TKA albums had love in it. So, there was the Scars of Love album, Louder Than Love album, and I wanted to somewhat, and then the only time that we varied away from that, we varied away in Forever. And I said, I wanted to kind of, I kind of looked at it as a return to the songwriting process that I had when I was a kid, and how I would want to write more, from the heart, from some experiences that were happening to me. So that was the first song. Well, one of the other songs is one of the first songs that we recorded for this album, and but this is the one that to me had the energy that I wanted to convey. I think that it reminded me of why I got into this music business in the first place.
Now,
the energy.
As far as Love Goes On, I've talked about this with you before the release, and I've called this us going to church, freestyle church. And because it's just the way that you set the track up, and because it's the number one track on the album, it just sets the tone for the entire album itself. And it just gives us a nice inside view into your mind, into history, into, just the love that goes on within you and the music.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I look at it as, the performance is always a major part of what we do. It's always been a major part of what we do throughout my TKA years, when I ventured out as K7, and now as what we've become now, it's always been a thing for me of the performance. And when I started recording this song, I told Pete that I'm going to do a lot of crazy things as we record these records, and he allowed me to. So each time we'd start the process, I would go into my routine of slipping into what I call the Rain Man situation, where I black out and I just start singing, whatever comes to mind, or I start acting out whatever comes to mind. And as you see in the very beginning, I'm imagining myself with the guys up on a stage performing this song. So, I'm imagining everyone out there, singing along with us, at a packed club, or packed arena, singing along with these songs. And could I really quick, before we go on, I want to make mention of something. If you see me sounding a little down or a little subdued, today, the biggest songwriting inspiration and performing inspiration that I've had, I've been influenced by a lot of people, but my biggest idol, the person who I admired the most throughout my entire career and even as a kid, passed away. And it's to me, as a fan, and as it's devastating. I feel like I've lost a family member. So today, Prince has passed away. It's kind of bittersweet to me that I'm celebrating this, this work of art that I believe I've just made, and the person who inspired me to be a songwriter and to be a performer is not here anymore. So it's a weird dynamic for me right at this moment. So.
Well, I'm sorry for the loss of Prince, and that's something that I did want to get into you as part of this live listening party. But right now, we're going to talk about the title track of your album, Love Goes On, and we'll be back to talk more about Prince and his influence on TKA itself, and his influence on me as well. I got a funny story to share with you. But right now, we are celebrating the live listening party for TKA's Love Goes On, the album on sale
right now
on your digital distribution sites on April 22nd. And right now, here's the title track, Love Goes On, TKA.
Come on. In my life, I've seen a lot of things. Lots of ups and downs and in-betweens. Lots of friends have come and some have gone. Lived every lyric to the songs I've sung. And I never turned my back on love. Heartbreak never got the best of me. And when I knew I hadn't found the one, I knew I had to be free. And love goes on. And ask for more. Now I'm careful what I'm asking for. You see, I value those that cherish me. Try to live in positivity. And with that, there are no guarantees. You must gamble in life to succeed. And if we stumble on the road and fall, get up, you have to stand tall. And love goes on.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance Music.
And love goes on. Love, you know that love goes on. And love goes on. Carry on, my love. And love goes on. Carry on, my love. You know that love goes on. You know life's gonna change you. Don't let it phase you. One hand high for the love. Let love guide you, keep it inside you.
New music.
Hold those close that love you the most. Reach up in the air for the love. Trust yourself, you don't need nothing else. Put your hands in the air for the love. Come on. The love, carry on, carry on, carry on. The love, carry on, carry on. The love, move along. The love goes on.
New music.
You can breathe and face another day. Love goes on. Carry on, love. You know that love goes on.
You're listening to House Dance Music.
You can breathe and face another day. Love goes on. Carry on, love. You know that love goes on.
It's a live listening party. Brand new album, TKA, Love Goes On. And that title track right there makes my day. It sets my day. It sets the tone for my day.
If you're feeling good,
So thank you so much, K7 and TKA, for this particular song.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you like it.
raise one.
No, I every morning before I go to work, I got it on. You know what I mean? I've had it on for a while. It was kind of hard to keep the album on the wraps because I know that you've been working hard on it. But like I said, when I first heard this song, it was like you're taking us to freestyle church, you know?
Thanks, man.
As far as your mentor, Prince, I know you've got to meet him a few times. Can you tell us a little bit about meeting Prince?
No, I'll tell you one story and a real quick story. The first time I met him, we went to Minneapolis. Joey Gardner, one of my former partners, and myself went to Minneapolis to record with Information Society. They had asked me to come out to do backgrounds on the original Information Society album, which I did. And we had free time, and since we were in Minneapolis, I wanted to go, frequent a couple of the, clubs that were in the area. And we went to First Avenue. First Avenue is a club that they recorded Purple Rain, the entire movie. So when we entered the club, the first thing that you notice is how many, the ratio of men to women. There's more women in Minneapolis than men in Minneapolis. And so it's like 4-1. But the funniest thing is that I want to say all the guys in the club itself were dressed up and looked like Prince. And I'm talking about like if it was a costume party. So that was the first thing. So you're walking around and you see, one guy with the purple jacket, and you see the other guy with the motorcycle jacket with the long white scarf on, from Purple Rain. And we're just sitting there and we're looking at it. So we go to the side of the bar, we get a drink, and we're hanging out looking over the dance floor, and the DJ starts announcing a brand new song from Prince, which was a song called Erotic City. So the funniest thing is, when he announced that, I looked towards the stairs that led to the DJ booth, and I saw a guy running up the stairs, and I saw him that he had heels. He was dressed all in black. He had heels. And I laughed, and I said, these guys go to the extreme to dress like this guy. But I didn't pay no mind. So I'm standing there. My former partner was, there was a guy in between us. So we weren't standing close together. There was a guy in between us. And, I didn't think much of it. Most of the time we always get into a club and we would split up because we would be looking for chicks. So I'm standing there and I went to talk to him, but I was talking to this guy, this guy who was in a suit. And he looked at me like, I was bothering him. And then I realized it wasn't him, but I didn't want to walk over to my friend, so I just stood there. So I'm listening to the song, and I'm going, wow, this song is really dope. Erotic City was a song that he recorded with Sheila E. I think that the song is really hot. And all of a sudden, another guy comes and stands in between us. Now, at first, when I looked at the guy, I said, just another Prince impersonator. And I knew that Prince was short. This guy just happened to be short. So I looked at him, and I was like, and I looked down, and I saw that he had heels, and then I looked at his face, and it was the real deal.
Wow.
And, for a second I froze, and my partner realized who it was, so he starts talking to the guy who happens to, I know what the guy's there for. He's his bodyguard. So he taps the bodyguard on the shoulder, I tap Prince, on the shoulder. Prince turns to me, I stick my hand out, He shakes my hand. He walks away.